Um, let us go one step further. Let me explain what these terms are then. So what we have done here is that we have there are two terms. One was root and one pattern. So root and pattern. So root is three-letter combination usually in 99% of the cases. And then we have different patterns. So root is jazr or mada or base, and pattern will be translated in Arabic as wazn. Waznun, wazn. Wazn basically literally means weight, but here it means the specific pattern or a die in which letters fall into that pattern kind of thing. And its plural is awzanun. And this is Jama Mukassar. Awzanun. So wazn and awzan. So these are two important words as far as the Arabic grammar is concerned. If we move one step further from here, what our scholar has done, just for the sake of learning and teaching, so if we look at that word fa'ilun, so what they have said is that this fa, wrong, fa, ain, and lam. So they say that this is, they have used this as a kind of generic root, generic or model root. Just for the purpose of teaching and learning, generic root, to learn the patterns, how the different patterns exist, different awzan. So the terminology which we will be using in the future will be that this is called fa kalima, this is ain kalima, and this is lam kalima. Right, so this kalima terminology here, that doesn't mean the kalima which we initially worked on, which was kalima was ism, fail, and harf. Here it means these individual letters, and this is just a terminology, or we can say first radical, second radical, third radical. And because we are learning Arabic, so we should better stick to this terminology: fa kalima, ain kalima, and lam kalima. So all has accepted this terminology. This is not a dummy root. This is we can use this as a generic root or a model or a standard kind of root, because there are words which are formed from it. So this is not a dummy. And a surah which we all have learned by heart, alam tara kaifa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. So this fa and lam has been used there, so it's not dummy, but it's a kind of generic root which has been used for the purpose of learning and teaching by our scholars. Now, after learning this, that there is a system which exists in Arabic based on roots and patterns, we can look at certain Jama Mukassar patterns or awzan, and I'm going to write a few words here, and let's see whether that makes sense. So let's write on this side abwabun, aklamun, azkarun, and another one awladun, awladun. Singulars will be babun, door, Here, kalamun, we are familiar with that. Zikran, we are familiar with that. And waladun, awladun, waladun, boy. So these are singular. Now, if we look at these words, these nouns, so we can see that there are some commonalities among them. Here we have Hamza is common here. These are different letters, but what we have common here is Sukoon. And then common here is Fatha, and then Alif here, and then Tanween. Now what we do now is that we fit that our generic root in it, which is Fa Ain Lam. Fa Ain Lam, our generic root. So we're going to fill in the blanks with that. So that will be Fa, Ain, and Lam. Fa. So we have generated this pattern, which is Af'alun. So all these words, and there are many more in this category, which fall in this, which fit in this pattern Af'alun. So that's one pattern. Let us look at some more words. You can say Jibalun, Ibadun. And we have Rijalun and Kilabun. Singulars will be Jibalun, Jabalun, mountain. Jabalun. Ibadun, Abdun, servant. Rijalun is Rajulun, man, a man. Rajulun. And Kilabun will be Kalbun, dog. These are singulars. Now we can generate another pattern from here. So the first we have here is Kasira, then we have Fataha, then we have Alif, and then we have Tanween. And fill in the blanks. Fa and Ain and Lam. So this is Fi'alun. So this is the version of Fi'alun. And all these words and many others fall in this category of Fi'alun, in this pattern of Fi'alun. So two versions of Jama Mukassar, one is Af'alun and the other one is Fi'alun.
يا حامل القرآن قد خصك الرحمن بالفضل والتيجان